And then try to find her. Where are we? Here we are. We are still in 110th place. That's... Yep, there certainly are a lot of players in this. And then just nothing.
Mm-hmm. Then into the negated swamp
Mm-hmm.
of what is down here.
Of the swamp ritual negator. There's a couple people still hanging out down here. Blink Moth Nexus.
Wonder what they're playing.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder, like, if you name yourself Swamp Ritual Negator, like, are you...
Are you just the black player for life?
Yeah, like, have you pigeonholed yourself until the end of days? Or, like, this was totally a feint. There are certain constructed players that are even, like, kind of pigeonholed when they're seen playing at an event. Oh God, who was the player back in the day that was like the green player? Wakefield?
I don't remember. I remember Frank Karsten was the piker player.
Hmm.
Famously lambasted in a article he wrote for a Rise of the Eldrazi Sealed, where he played all of his pikers, and we're like, uh.
Boy, I hope that spell snare is live.
It's live against most players. I like turn one Delver.
This is basically spell snare snapcaster spell snare. So let's.
It's fine.
And
We'll
then,
shuffle up, reveal Lightning Bolt. We'll be fine.
yeah. So we grab Steam Vents first.
Yeah, what do we even cast with black mana in the main deck?
One Collective Brutality and Terminates.
Oh, Terminates, it's true. But we need red for that anyway.
Yes, that's why I'm grabbing the red. Oh boy.
Stop the grab.
Don't Goblin Guide.
Whoa!
Whoa! I've seen this before. Yeah. They're gonna be paying life for a lot of spells.
That's crazy. Like, we can't counter any of their spells anymore. Not really.
Not
like,
really,
just...
no.
Oh, that's ugly. Man, is removal good against these guys?
Non-damage based. Because, like, I can't bolt that.
Mm.
Bottom Mire, and... I'm okay with Thought Scour because I'm holding snaps. Yeah, like, we can't really counter anything. Yeah, there was a local friend who played this deck, and it's one of those, like, tier X. It's a deck that is a known quantity in the format.
Right.
It's just like...
I guess we should explain a little bit. The plan here is to cast some spells and then cast this 1-mana storm spell that's like target creature can't block, but you just exile all the copies to make this guy huge.
Yeah. In addition to that, they also can, like... So let's see how much damage we're actually taking here, you know? Because they also could just accept, I am attacking with a 5/6 for 1.
Ground Rift. Target creature without flying can't block this turn, but the text of that card doesn't mean anything. It's 1 red and says Storm on it, and that's why.
Yep. Opponent keeps going for a play and then passing on it.
Oh, for the days when everybody had a 0 mana counter.
Thanks for doing that post-combat.
Yeah, I don't know what disruption of a Death Shadow.
Oh, that makes sense with the life they're paying.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
So, cool. Little did I realize we kept a hand that was beyond garbage against this opponent.
Yeah. Like, this many Snapcasters is really great with how much, like, we can, you know, we have card draw, we have things to do, just not enough. I would, like, if my opponent does the thing of putting themselves to 3, I could snap the bolt. Oh! Jigs up.
Yeah.
This is also a deck that can use Become Immense. Alright, yeah. This might be like slam down a Snapcaster to block.
It's crappy, but our life total matters.
Yeah.
Even though I think we have to fetch black because that's one of the only ways that we can even win.
Yeah. Like what I would, unless I drew like Bolt, and then it would be like Bolt Snapcaster Bolt. In which case I would want red. I guess I fetch Blood Crypt.
We have enough blue already. All these lines that we're discussing are probably irrelevant.
We
do have 3 of the guy.
Yeah. So he'd just be chumping Death Shadow here.
Pay 3 life, save 4 life.
Right, that's the... But the problem is also they could, like, mutagenic growth twice, and then all of a sudden this is 8.
That's true. Yeah, I don't like our odds, but here we are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab the Blood Crypt because I both want to be able to double bolt if that comes up. Pay 2 life, yes. And then, yeah, then I'm just gonna flash in a snaps. And this is irrelevant, so we'll leave Serum Vision, Slashback. No, there's... oh, they have Gut Shot the 3rd. Okay. Have I killed myself? I have killed myself because I can...
battle. Jeez.
I cannot spell snare this anymore. Okay, so that line just got me murdered for my troubles. All right.
That's fine.
We were likely
we
murdered
were
for...
pretty much a dog to this.
Yikes.
So they do have Temur Battle Rage.
Not else, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like,
I think the spell snares are the card I can just flat get rid of. Like, I want Magma Spray. Oh, man, Magma Spray is not going to be great. Go for the Throat is fine, though. Like, go for the Throat. E-Explosives on 1.
could even be Hero's Downfall if you... Well, we've already removed all the snares.
Well, I haven't added 2 cards in yet. I'm looking at
Ah.
Magma Spray, but Magma Spray is like,
Like they're going to have a free spell in hand that pumps their guy for 2. We'll never really be able to catch them.
I still think it's like one of those, and the hero's downfall comes in because I need to put a card in to replace the spell snare. Let's go with that. Basically, we become much more removal heavy.
All right, so we kill their guys,
Yeah.
and then they can't win. Simple.
Kill every creature you see. Got it. I understand. Yes, I'd like to play first.
Is there ever a time when Lightning Bolt can kill that stupid thing? I don't think there is.
No. Also, like 3 Delver of Secrets.
This is definitely a mulligan. Come on, we have a plan. That plan is having a terminate.
This is the same hand, but worse.
This hand has a terminate.
This is the same hand, but worse.
We get a scry.
This is the...
Fine.
The real reason I mulligan that was the Gurmag Angler with literally no way to put a card in the graveyard, and made that a 5-card hand without the mana to even. This one's. I need to bottom until I find red sources. So.
Yeah, we need to fetch pretty bad.
Yeah. Nah, I'm good.
Our life total matters, and the threat of something is not. That's not real.
No. This hand gets a lot better if I actually can be like bolt, or if I can, terminate, snap, terminate. Goblin Guide.
Tormod's Crypt.
Well, looks like Snaps is never working.
Like the one time we could ever lightning bolt a threat.
Yeah. No.
Well, Snapcaster is like a counter spell for like the spell that he plays to pump that thing. Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf with the Tormod script, huh? Whoa, sweet. Well, I think this is our only opportunity to ever lightning bolt a Tarmogoyf.
Sure.
Oh, he can put an artifact in the yard.
Right.
Sorry, that's bad.
That's bad, yeah. Because that would burn his crypt. Also, I guess that means I have to bolt the Swift Spear.
Yeah. Do we do it right now?
No, even though I just told him I have it. I'll burn your pump spell. Burn your mutagenic growth. You've got it, right? Yeah.
Okay. Bolt saves his life. Deals damage to our opponent. Like a good lightning bolt. They're like, no, you're aiming it at the face. But yeah, even though Tarmogoyf says 2/3, he can like immediately put an artifact in the graveyard with the Tormod's Crypt on tables. That would make it a 3/4, and because both of us have land instant in the yard, it wouldn't actually remove a card type from the yard.
I'm willing to use Snapcaster as just a blocker, because with the crypt on board, it's never actually doing its thing. I'm going to try to make them waste spells. Yeah, you can go ahead and mutagenic growth plus Teamer Battle Rage or Tarmogoyf or whatever. I was kidding.
Well,
Then there's Death Shadow.
right. Crud.
Don't try to bolt a Death Shadow. That one doesn't work.
Yeah. We terminate it, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and wait for the last possible moment, though. Terminate it, bolt the Monastery Swift Spear.
We can't do both of those things.
I mean that in order on the next turn.
Okay.
Like, the Death Shadow needs to go because that's going to be a lethal threat. I didn't want to try to pull that trigger in combat because, like, then our opponent gets to pull their triggers, and I don't think we come out on top. He should be able to kill us if he sees the line. Because both of our yards contain creature, instant, and land. So if he sees that Tormod's Crypt can kill us... Oh, that's a sorcery to the yard.
That is sorcery.
I can do nothing about this one.
Now it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right. So...
Well, that was fun.
Well...
We didn't even get to see Ground Rift. That's my favorite part of that stupid deck.
I don't think it's in this version. Like, this version is much more, like, this version shows it's a much more Death Shadow-based deck, whereas,
Yeah.
like, the Niv Magus deck is much more like, I'm going off with Niv Magus.
Okay, so we were like a good hand away from having game against this deck.
Yeah, well, we had to mold a 5, and then also the 5 was terrible, because it was, like, 2 red spells and 2 non-red lands, so we couldn't actually use our cards until, like, turn 4, at which point we were already having bad times. Yeah, this is a matchup that's very dependent on how much interaction we have in our opener. How much, like, how many, like, do we have enough terminates, bolts, things that can kill? Bolts aren't even great in this matchup, right? Like, really, the point of a lightning bolt in this matchup is to be like, bolt your face when you, like, go to 6 because of all your Death Shadow stuff, and then bolt, Snapcaster bolt, you know, that sort of thing. So, but yeah, that's round 4. These are quick ones.
And that's not bad.
Yeah,
You know, it keeps us from getting worn out.
it's
I think
true.
we should still play. It's
Yeah.
fun.
I'll keep at, I mean, if we end up at, like, something like 2-3 or 2-4, I'm not going to play 4 additional rounds past that.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, that's a little much, especially because there's you know, nothing really to be gained there. But I'm willing to keep going from here, though. So anyway, that's round 4. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording here.